Sunday morning in this popular northern suburb of Rio, and IBAMA, the Brazilian environmental police, are on a special mission. Soon after arriving at this market, they discover hundreds of wild birds for sale in small cages in broad daylight without any legal documents.
You only have one cage? Who did you buy this bird from?
From a friend.
How much did you pay for it?
When he was a baby, I bought him for 800 reals.
Rio has become the hotbed of bird trafficking, along with Sao Paulo. The federal and environmental police seize more than 250,000 per year. This market is a strategic sales point. Luis Felipe Bonifacio's team had to come undercover on a reconnaissance mission a few days earlier. It takes a lot of effort. Yet these dealers only risk being jailed for 6 months to a year. And while awaiting trial, most are released the same day.
Unfortunately, there is a culture of breeding and trading birds in Brazil. We know that we will not end the traffic, but we would at least like to end this. The public trade of trafficked birds in this area every Sunday. We can't turn a blind eye to it any longer. We are doing all we can to fight this trade. We want to do away with wildlife markets in Rio and Brazil.
In total, 7 smugglers are arrested and 92 birds are seized. Most of them are protected species. Before leaving, the agents check every corner. What are you looking for?
We are looking for possible abandoned cages with animals, because often traffickers drop the cages and run away.
Back at IBAMA's headquarters, some delicate work begins. 9 out of 10 animals die in transport between capture and the market because of the terrible conditions.
She struggled so much that she hurt herself. Her skull was full of lesions. The transport they use is totally inadequate, with no water and most of the time no food. They are kept in cages even smaller than the ones you see at the market. Sometimes they are sold in tubes, cages or even bottles.
Most of these species were destined for the domestic market. In Brazil, bird song contests are all the rage. So much so that even outgoing President Jair Bolsonaro visited a fair last October. Under his government, the budget for the environmental police has been drastically cut, complicating the investigation work and leaving the field open to traffickers. In the suburbs of Rio, one of them agrees to talk to us, with his face hidden. A former drug trafficker, Edu, believes that selling birds is a lesser evil in Brazil.
I have a parrot and a blue and yellow macaw. I make about 1,200 euros a month. I've sold toucans before, but the most expensive bird is the blue and yellow macaw.
These 2 endangered parrot species are the best sellers on the informal market abroad. Edu is only one of the intermediaries between the bird's captors and its future owner.
10 years ago, a friend brought me a little black monkey. I've always loved animals, and it was then that I discovered wildlife trafficking is a huge market. My friend delivers the birds he catches in the wild, and I sell them. I've sold toucans before, but the most lucrative is the blue and yellow macaw.
And why does it have a chain on its leg?
So she knows that she's a prisoner.
For these birds, there's another problem, because even if they manage to be saved from trafficking, few manage to be released into the wild. That's the difficult job of the Vida Livre Institute in the heart of Rio. These vets treat birds rescued during police operations.
We check that the bird is fit to be released. The main thing we check is if it has been tamed. That's the danger. It can't be domesticated.
Rocha Seba and his colleagues receive between 3 and 4 birds a day.
Give him some water.
Here, he somehow teaches them to fly again.
This little bird is an endangered species. It's the male, and that's the female.
Today's a big day. He's going to release a chico chico into the wild, an endangered species very popular for its song.
He was captured illegally and trafficked. He's going to be released and returned to his natural habitat. I think it's a gamble. We need to make people aware of the trafficking problem in our country, but that could also mean traffickers become better at tricking police and avoiding police checks. That would complicate our work.
It's a glimmer of hope all the same. Last year, with his team, he managed to return 1,200 animals into the wild.